Passion, drama, twists and turns. This is On Thin Ice.
The movie I, Tonya has brought the attack on Nancy Kerrigan back into the headlines.
Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva tested positive for a banned substance just weeks before.
Well, Nathan Chen is no doubt the most dominant men's figure skater in the world.
Welcome to On Thin Ice, where we will be discussing all things figure skating, news, fashion, and figure skating scandals that shook the world. So this week we will discuss the Kamila Valieva doping trial, the first ever ratified quad axel jump, and we will be speaking to Kelly Dwyer and Sabrina Vassia from the Cork Inline Figure Skating Association. So first up we have the Kamila Valieva doping trial. Kamila Valieva is a 16-year-old Russian figure skater who is deemed to be one of the best female skaters in the world. She is coached by the infamous Eteri Tutberidze, who is known for her extremely tough coaching style and her determination to have her skaters win gold at any cost. Tutberidze's coaching style relies on her skaters maintaining an extremely low weight to achieve triple and quadruple jumps, rather than building the muscle needed to propel themselves into the jump. This has resulted in many of her skaters breaking bones such as their back, their arms, their legs, their hips, and most of her skaters have not had a competitive career past the age of 18 due to these injuries. Critics of Eteri have called this age the Eteri expiration date. Kamila Valieva is the latest skater to succumb to this expiration date, although for different reasons. Back in February 2022, the Winter Olympics in Beijing were in full swing, and Kamila Valieva was the favourite to win the women's category. Kamila's consistency and previous successes meant that she was also chosen to compete in the team event, which took place before the women's competition.
Unbeaten in her senior career this year, Kamila Valieva. We're only about a minute gone and she's already virtually won it.
The Russian team, who were required to compete under the title Russian Olympic Committee due to previous doping offences, won gold in the team event, mainly due to Kamila Valieva's stellar performance. Shortly after the team competition, it was announced that the medal ceremony would be delayed because somebody on the winning team had tested positive for doping. Speculation spread like wildfire over which of the 6 team members of the ROC team had tested positive. Everybody was asking the same question: why is the name of the athlete not being released? Everyone soon realised that the reason the athlete's name was not being released was because the athlete must be a protected person. Under the World Anti-Doping Agency Code, a protected person is any athlete under the age of 16. This athlete is offered more protection when caught doping than other athletes. One of these protections is not having their name released to the public. Everybody now knew that it must have been the youngest athlete on the team, Kamila Valieva.
Anti-doping authorities have confirmed that 15-year-old Russian athlete Kamila Valieva has tested positive for a banned substance in what Moscow...
Back in December 2021, Kamila had submitted a routine sample for analysis following her win at the Russian Nationals, which was on the 24th of December, in which she won gold. The testing time for the sample was delayed due to COVID-related backlogs, and the results were only evaluated in February 2022, after the team competition had already taken place at the Beijing Olympics. The substance found in the sample was a drug called trimetazidine, a medication which increases blood flow to the heart. Kamila denied taking the medication. However, she stated that her sample may have become contaminated after she shared a glass of water with her grandfather who takes that medication. Despite her positive test, Kamila was cleared to skate, but the pressure was too much for the 15-year-old, and she finished 4th, just missing out at a chance at the podium. This case has still not been resolved as of November 2022. As a result of this, the other teams have still not received their Olympic medals. The case is due to be heard at the Court of Arbitration for Sport very, very soon, and we will keep you updated on the results of that case. Next up, we have the first ever ratified quad axel jump. The quad axel jump involves the skater starting facing forward, doing 4.5 rotations in the air, and landing backwards. In September 2022, 17-year-old US figure skater Ilya Malinin landed the jump at a competition in New York. The self-proclaimed quad god says he is now working on becoming the first person in the world to land a quintuple jump. And finally, last week I went down to Cork to visit the Cork Figure Skating Association. I spoke with two of the three founders, Kelly Dwyer and Sabrina Vassia. I first asked them what the difference is between inline figure skating and regular figure skating.
So it has a rockered frame, so it's just like the ice, the blade itself there is rockered, so we're able to do the same jumps, the same spins, step sequences.
Inline figure skating is very similar to ice skating, except it's done using a rockered boot instead of a blade, and it's done on a gym floor instead of an ice rink. I also asked Kelly and Sabrina how the club came about.
Cork Figure Skating Association started back in 2011, where myself, Sabrina Vassia and Leanne Sealer all met at Cork on Ice. We were very distressed that the ice was ending and that we would no longer be able to train, and Sabrina very kindly introduced us to the art of inline figure skating.
There is no permanent ice rink in the south of Ireland, despite numerous attempts over the years to maintain one. I asked Kelly and Sabrina a little bit more about this.
We have started doing inline figure skating because of the lack of facilities in terms of ice in this country. You know, having an ice rink obviously is very expensive and it takes a lot of energy to maintain. So, you know, realistically, it would be very difficult to have an ice rink, although we would all love to have an ice rink to train on. It's just the moment it doesn't seem like it would be possible to have one in this economic climate, and you know, also because of environmental reasons obviously. But yeah, the ice is great. I mean, the ice is great to skate on and we all love the ice.
So Kelly, can you please tell us a little bit more about the school?
Originally it was only 7 of us, and now we have over 100 skaters. We train every day of the week. We have a competitive group, we have a recreational group, we have people who just come for exercise. We do competitions, that we go as far as Italy. We were going to Poland before the pandemic.
So as well as training on skates, competitive skaters also have to do ballet. It's part of their training, so they have to do a certain amount of conditioning as well to keep fit, keep flexible and improve their coordination. So it's really a complete package of training that they get.
I also asked Kelly how she first became interested in figure skating.
So I grew up in countries where ice was available cheaply all year round. So I suppose there are photographs of me skating when I was 3 years old. So I have no recollection of learning to skate, but I have skated all of my life. I started competitive skating pairs when I was about 7, and I came to Ireland and there was no ice and I was very distressed, and was lucky enough to be falling in with Sabrina and Leanne and was able to continue training. It's a lot of fun, it's good exercise.
One of the things that struck me the most after leaving the Cork Figure Skating Association gym that day was the welcoming atmosphere created by Sabrina and Kelly, the coaches and the students of the club. Kelly told me that she always tells her skaters, it doesn't matter if you fall down 10 times, it matters that you stand up 11 times. And I think that sums up the atmosphere surrounding the Cork Figure Skating Association. Thank you so much for joining me for the first ever episode of On Thin Ice.